Sunday evening, the Pistons took on the Orlando Magic, and if I can editorialize for a moment, in a pathetic showing, losing 112 to 101, becoming the only home team to lose game one. Jalen Duren was barely present with 8 points and 7 rebounds on only four field goal attempts, 3 field goals, something like that. Cade did have 39 points on 13 to 27 from the field, but the Magic out-rebounded us, won the turnover battle, shot a higher percentage from the field, and frankly, just looked like the more prepared team overall. I have been effusive in my praise of J.B. Bickerstaff and this team all season long for persevering through adversity, but this game one was a major disappointment. So we need the people's champ to talk us down. Was this simply a matter of rust, poor preparation, bad scouting, fatigue from over-practicing, all of the above, none of the above, or a combination of several factors, man? What say the people's champ?
Yeah, it's a nice little gumbo of a lot of things,
Right.
I believe.
Yeah.
This is what I watched on Sunday. From a Piston perspective, not an excuse, but I think I don't even want to say it's an excuse. It's a reason, and it's a bad it's not a good thing, but I think youth might have played a part in a lot of what happened on Sunday. I think they came out doing a little bit too much ore farming.
Yep.
It was a little bit too much. We're here. We're supposed to be here. And it was a lot of the opposite of what we seen to get them here.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And from the Orlando perspective, they're coming off playing do or die basketball for a week, pretty much.
Yep.
So, they don't have to get a feel of the intensity. They came in preheated.
Yeah.
Their activity on defense early, it just showed you the difference in energy level between both teams.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of that, the disappointing part to me was the fact that I think a lot of that was the youth factor, where the first time where that main arguing point that we've been getting hit with all season is the ahead of schedule thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the first time that we may have ran face first into that, where it's like, okay, you got to handle the responsibility of being the number one overall seed in the East. Like, Jalen Duren, you can't get on the camera and say the East runs through Detroit and then lay an egg game one, night one of the playoffs.
Bro,
at the crib.
And I'm the president of the Jalen Duren fan club, and I had to cancel all future meetings indefinitely, man. I'm like, all future meetings will be canceled indefinitely because, that was a pathetic performance by JD, and I love JD, and, big fella, you gotta, we need you, and you gotta come and you gotta bring it. You can't be playing like that.
He has to be unquestionably our second best player every night. Like, that has
Absolutely.
to be penciled in.
Yeah.
If, like, when you play the Detroit Pistons, every time it's okay, we have to deal with Cade and Duren.
Yep. Flat out.
Can't be MIA, bro.
No, nah. And I do think that, some of it is in the way that he is used. I think that could be improved. But still, I mean, it still falls on the player, though. Yeah. You got to play with intensity. You got to play with your hair on fire. Yeah. Like that lack of a motor, that lazy, just kind of, jogging up and down the court and waiting for something to happen. Like, no, you got to make something happen.
Yeah, because, if you're offensively laying a turd in a game like that, and it's one thing to, it's just not your night.
Yeah.
But to just kind of loiter a little bit out there, you can't do that. Not in the playoffs. Like, I'd have been okay if he'd have got, thrown out for like, elbowing somebody out of frustration.
Yeah.
Because that'd have been,
at
not to
least you
say
playing with
Jalen
some
Duren's
fire.
known for that.
Yeah, nah.
But Jalen Duren's known for being imposing.
Yeah.
So at least I would be like, okay, he's engaged.
Yeah.
He didn't look engaged on Sunday.
He didn't show any fire, man. So again, like you said, man, these guys are very young. I mean, he's the age of a senior in college. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because I have a senior in college and they're the same age.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's very young, and we sometimes forget that because they are playing in the NBA. And
look at that dude. He looked 30.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's huge. But, they are just kids, and they, this is an adjustment in terms of intensity. And also, again, not to give an excuse, but there is something I think to be said for lead time. Everybody else had way more lead time than us. I feel like, like we didn't have a lot of time to scout out the opponent because of the way that the play-in is scheduled. You know what I'm saying? Like we figured out our opponent on Friday, probably went over some film on Saturday, and we was playing them on Sunday.
I mean, man, they're professionals, man. They got a whole
I'm not
crew
providing
to get paid.
an excuse.
They got it. Hey, man, we sold a lot of wolf tickets.
Pathetic.
Yeah, we sold a lot of wolf tickets, man, and they came out and poo-pooed.
No, that was a pathetic number. Game one, man. There's no way around
collectively, because like you say, JB, hey, he got out.
No, yeah, Jay.
I mean, it was a collective. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a collective dump.
No, I mean, listen, man. I was clutching my pearls, bro.
I was tonight could have been totally different.
Yeah, like listen, man. And
we are currently up 18, 95, 77 with 2 minutes and 49 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we came out and handled the business. We've held them now to 31 points in the second half.
They just scored.
So they had 46 at the half.
Or 34.
Yeah. So they got 34 points in the second half. That's Piston basketball right there. That's smothering them out defensively. We got to continue to bring this same defensive effort.
Yeah, and stop guarding Franz Wagner like he's Larry Joe in '83,
bro. Man, they was making me so mad. I'm like, bro, if y'all don't, and again, give Jalen Duren the ball and let him go at Wendell Carter. I'm like, man, if we don't stop treating Wendell Carter like he David Robinson in 1996, bro, like, man, like when did he become some kind of defensive stopper, man? Let Jalen Duren dribble 2 times and lay the ball up over him.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, man, why are we respecting him like you can't give Duren the ball in the mid post against him? Like, yeah, man, I got real irritated. But again, man, it was the first game. We'll chalk it up to nerves and jitters, and we'll take control of the series on Saturday in the matinee. They play at 1:00 again on Saturday, so I expect for us to take control of the series in that game.
Just come drop a nuke in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that's it. And continue to play this brand of defense. This is our brand. This is our brand of defense.
Yeah, this is an 04 score right here.
Yeah.
95 to 80, bro. The old Larry Brown score right here.
Yeah, this is us just smothering the other team, handling the business like we know how to do it. But
I miss sometimes the first team to 100 games.
Yep. So let me ask the people's champ, man.
What up?
Are we in for a long series, or will the Pistons find their identity and handle their business over the course of the next few games?
I think this series goes 6, maybe 7. I do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I do. I think that Orlando, because here's the thing, Desmond Bane has played pretty bad. And
you think he's in for a game?
He's had huge games against the Pistons.
Yeah.
In particular, like with Memphis and with Orlando. Like he kind of likes lighting us up.
Yeah.
So I am aware of that. And they have other guys who can get theirs.
They do.
And again, our defense will show up.
Yeah.
But I do think Orlando probably gets a game at home.
Yeah, I got Pistons in 6. I don't think they push us to a 7th game. I think that we'll, I expect us to win on Saturday. because it looks like we found our defense in a defensive scheme that will work against them. I like Mosley, by the way.
Right.
I think he's a smart coach. And also, with that game one, after they lost to the 76ers in the first play-in game, people was talking about, what's wrong with Banchero. He need to be traded. Jamal Mosley need to be fired. They were motivated in game one against us, and they were motivated against the Hornets. Like you saw that there was an added motivation there, and they came out with intensity. So you have to give them credit.
For sure.
But we're better than them.
Oh, we are.
That's just the bottom line. We're better than Orlando. Let's just go on and call. Let's say the quiet part loud.
I agree, but the Pistons have to show me that they're not just going to rely on what we know.
Yeah,
you're right. It's different.
They gotta know it.
It's different. It's different being better than a team on paper.
Yeah,
and going out and showing it. And again, some maturing has to be done. I think if they, to your point, they wrap this thing up in 5 to 6 games, it will show maturity. To me.
Because I hope, what I hope? I hope that every single one of them opened up social media after game one. I really hope that Jalen Duren looked at people calling him lazy, telling him that he had no motor. I hope Dennis Jenkins
sending them pictures of Angel Reese.
I hope Dennis Jenkins read everybody talking about how he was a G leaguer and undrafted. I hope JB Bickerstaff read about how people was talking about he was fired from Cleveland because he couldn't get over the hump and he wasn't really a good playoff coach. I hope they all read social media. I hope they put their name into the AI search and searched up everything that people was saying about Tobias. I hope you read how people said you was inconsistent and not really a playoff player. I hope you read all of that because those were all of the things that sprung to mind right after y'all was out there getting the switch put to your backside by Orlando while I was sitting in the stadium, because that's all the stuff that was going through my head, all of the little stuff that was in the back of my head while that was happening. And I don't believe that about none of y'all. I think JB Bickerstaff, he's the coach of the year. You've been the best coach all year. But take all of that stuff, man, and let it fuel you. I hope you read all of that stuff that people were saying. I expect y'all to get this done in 5 or 6 games. This team is not as good as y'all just showed in the second half. I expect you to be smothering them out in these quarters. They're not as good as you. They have good pieces, but they are not as complete a team as you.
No, they're scrappy.
Yeah, and you need to demonstrate that. Y'all need to put them on notice.
We have to take care of the ball too.
Yes.
Turnovers has been a problem.
Yeah, I know. 10 turnovers in the first quarter is unacceptable. Right. So we got to clean some stuff up. But I expect for y'all to be read the social media, especially after game one. They was cooking y'all. I had to get off of social media. But at any rate, man, Pistons in 6.
Yep.
No more than 6. Yeah, man, finish them off in 5.
Yeah,
man.
Pistons win 98. 83.
Yep. So we handled that.